I will share my screen. Okay, we have enough people. Well, I'm sharing my screen. So, are you able to see my screen, guys?
Yes.
Okay. So, again, somebody is there. Okay, thank you. So, I would like to congratulate the first spot award winner from our first session is Alekya Kameshwari. I think you already seen what is the question, what is the answer, and who is the winner of the first session. So this was the small appreciation from our end. So this was the certificate we are giving to the first winner. So I would like to congratulate Alekya for this. So thanks for participating in this, Alekya, and thank you so. So congratulations, Alekya, and so this was for Mohammad Altaf. So he is the second session winner for our spot award. So this is the small participation certificate we are giving from our end. So thank you so much, Mohammed, and congratulate Mohammed for your side. So this is the for Mohammed. I hope everybody is visible, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Mohammed. Thank you so much. And coming to yes, so this is the third prize and certificate for Anil Bantluri. Anil. So thank you so much, Anil Kumar, for your quick response and your answer. So from today's session also we will pick one or two persons for this spot award. So thank you so much. So this was the certificate, guys. We are issuing from Spot Award. Apart from certificate, we are issuing some prize money or prize coupon from them. So Alekia, Mohammed, and Anil, I already drafted the email. Before that, I just want to showcase you. So I will send you the email by today. So that were the guys. So thank you so much, guys. And coming back to our session. Okay. So today the session is process definition document and handover document, right? So actually the session need to be handled by Sumit Singh. So what happened? He is having an electricity issue in his town. From yesterday only, I asked him to charge his laptop. I think you all guys seen that. So yesterday before session only, he's not having the power from his home, but he tried connecting with the same point what he had and he connected, but today he's not able to deliver the session. So I thought like, okay, let's engage the people with the other topics. We will take this topic later. So I thought like we will talk something about, but because I don't want to take your enthusiasm backwards, so fine. So here what we are going to do today, I will. I don't have any presentation, but from my side, and we have today Harika, our expert, is available, and we had Parthoshi, he is also available. So what we are going to do from my end, I would like to cover few points like see what are the challenges which we encountered in day-to-day lay of RPA and mainly to the business analyst. So that I will cover, and later we will discuss something else. So come to the challenges. So basically, you guys are also asking some few questions to how to identify the process, how to estimate the process, how we can judge the process.
Hello, unable to hear.
I
Sorry
think
guys, sorry. I left some issue. I left and I joined. Sorry for
okay.
this. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, so how to estimate the process and how to define the process. In the requirement gathering stage only, most of the business analyst will encounter some challenges. So how it will be? For example, the opposite person, the business people or the client people, not sure what is the automation and what is robotics. First of all, the higher management agreed to do the robotics, and that is fine, but they are not have the proper understanding, complete understanding like you about the robotics. So when you are taking any process requirement, you should able to explain them in a way. Hey, this is your X process. Okay, so this is we are going to automate. So most of the SME, higher management people will know what is robotics and all. Might be the process SME or the process owner, which we are going to take the requirement. What he will think, in as per my experience and as per many of the business analyst experience, I'm sharing this. So what he will think, okay, you are automating my process. Yes. Oh, then after my automatic, after your robotics, so my job will go. So immediately, my most of the requirement gathering when I went, they used to ask like this. So this is the answer is we are not taking their jobs. Basically, we are automating the manual process in a other way where the process can be more effective, more productive, and more customizable, and how we can deliver this. So we are giving this kind of opportunity, this kind of assessment through our robotics. But most of the people will think we are losing their jobs. So it is not like that. You should able to convince him. So no, we are not taking your jobs, this, that, and you should able to talk. So that is one part. Second thing, as some Ria said in her second session, like the end user, the business people or the product owner or process owner will go in a quick manner to when he is giving the requirement gathering. He will tell, log into this website or log into SAP, log in, enter some T code, immediately fetch the data, and just paste in the Excel, do some manipulations and send it the via Excel, and in Excel we need to do the manipulation. He will be in a quick, like he will tell the process like this. But if you seriously deep dive into the process, it is having so much of number of validations, number of exceptions, and number of like what I can tell, environmental issues and all. So when he is telling you the first point, log into SAP. So you should ask him in this point only minimum 2 to 3 questions or 5 questions according to that point which he is telling. So as Ria said, enough questions should be asked always. enough questions should be always, until unless you understand step one is login to SAP, how he is logging, where he is logging. He is logging in Citrix environment or normal environment. Is this login step is already a like a pre-process activity or how? And when he is logging, what is the time he is logging? Is the process time based? Is the process specifically need to run at this time? Is this process depending on any other simultaneous process, dependent in the sense like for example the SAP and the Citrix environment, the username X is logging at the same time and the user Y also logging at the same time. So you need to ask, is there any clash of these processes, or you will have no clash between anything? And you need to ask, is this process is having complete test environment, production environment? Is this process is having test data, production data? Is this process is having any process maps already created? Is this process is having this step document which you created for your internal team? Is there anything available? Is this process is having any sample test data which you used to test the data initial days? Anything? Because each and every, as Ria mentioned, again I'm telling, each and every word which SME is telling, each and every small piece of document which SME is giving, each and every recording, anything SME is giving, it will be helpful to you to analyze the process from start to end, and it will be easy to understand the process completely, and you can build this process in your process definition document. You can build a document in such a way that it is we don't encounter any exception. Then you should explain him what could be the exception perspective from robot. What, for example, log into SAP. Log into SAP only, you need to ask, hey SME, you are telling log into SAP, there is no exception. Do you need to ask? So you are telling like these credentials will not expire. How use like how frequently these credentials might be expired. So for him it's a big ten piece of activity. My credential expert, he will call to IT guy and ask him the new credentials and he will enter. But once our process is developed and delivered, after 45 days, usually 30 days, 45 days, 60 days will be the credentials will be expiring as per every environment, right? So your robot is failed because you didn't encounter this exception initially, and SME didn't tell you, and you didn't also mentioned in your PDD. So for as an example, I'm telling the login credentials and all, but there might be different kind of exception. So while entering the data and in SAP, so basically while we are doing the automation, in the development perspective, we have only image automation. We don't have the image automation and tick activities. Only we a developer will have. He will not have more commanding like other web browsers and all. So you should be able to ask this kind of questions also. Whether this data is having whether this data is standardized, whether these templates are standardized. If he is telling Excel, fetch the data to Excel and send it to SME, you need to ask, this Excel is standardized? Is the headers and rows are fixed? And this data is correct? Is this data coming like this only daily ways, or is this data will change every day? Like these questions. And coming to data, there are lots of permutations and combinations to manipulate the data and arranging the data when robot will do, because robot will apply only the things when the process and when the templates and when the data is standardized. Basically, without that, the robot can't be able to perform the next step, because it is completely dependent. The process is dependent, the steps is dependent, and the conditions are dependent for robot, not for manual. Right? Agreed. So like this, you need to ask each and every question in a such a manner, you will get complete answer to the process level. So again, what I'm doing, exception. So how frequently you will get an exception? So what are the different kinds of you can encounter? And again, in the process identification, as Ria said, you need to ask the questions like, this process will be changed in next 3 months, will be changed in next 6 months. So then you should analyze that we can't automate this process, and there is no use of automating this process, because in next 3 months, if the process is changing, changing in the sense there is 100 steps, okay, might be they will migrate to some other thing, and might be the process will be changing themselves to any other. This, seriously guys, trust me, this happened with many of the RPA use cases and projects. They took the requirement, they developed the requirement, and the process changed suddenly, and they will shoot out to the RPA team, why you didn't handle this. How RPA team will handle this? Because this is not encountered in our previous discussions. Do you understand and agree? So this is not encountered in our previous discussions. So this is not it is not there. So this kind of questions and this kind of process assessment level questions you need to ask when you went for a requirement gathering. Okay, that is requirement gathering and steps. Next step. So how you analyzing the process, that also I will tell you some key points, etc. And when you are documenting, right, whatever you thought it is important, just mention in the document for your development team, which if you thought, yeah, this screenshot is important, the screenshot might be useful for my team, then mention that in the PDD document. So always remember, PDD is the heart of the RPA processes. If you prepare the document in such a way that each and everything is available in the document, then nobody will not to come to you and question this, like this is not mentioned in the PDD, or this is not covered and how can I develop. So don't wait for such things. Always try to build your document in a proper way and analyze the things, understand the things, take multiple discussions, sit with the SME multiple times, understand the process, encounter all your questions. It is a silly question, technical question, non-technical question, anything related to process, you should ask. Don't hesitate to ask questions to SME. He will tell in future, you didn't ask me, then that's why I didn't tell you. He will tell like this only. So agreed guys, in this point, yes, you should. And next, again, in the estimations, coming to estimations, yesterday Sumit explained you about the estimation. So basically the estimations will also have a certain standard templates basically. Like for example, in initial days I said for a small process it is 3 to 5 days of a development. For a medium process it is 7 to 9 days of a development, and a complex process it is at above. How? It's basically it's a standard. It is the standard of the processes. So, but still, if you can automate any process below these days, that is also fine. It is always in the respect of the process only, not to the respect of any other, and respect of tool criteria also will come. Okay. Then, as I said initially, and even Sumit said, these estimations is you given by you will not be the finalized one. You will always sit with the solution team and solution architect and his team, and you will develop the estimation in such a way to map the both the things, and we will give the estimation and you take this sign off. Okay. And one more thing, as we are discussing, you are always a bridge between the technical team means RPA technical team, and the client management means SMEs team. So whatever they discussed, you should be able to understand, analyze, and deliver the same to technical team. And whatever technical team is telling, you should understand, analyze, and take the same points to the business team. If there is any mismatch in between these communications, definitely the robot or the thing which you are going to deliver will be affected. So please take care about that. Please take care about that always. So that is one thing. And coming to the document and also I have explained, and the session Sumit will take the other session next thing. And like this is some of the important points I would like to cover, and I will in between I will again will talk on the some other points. And I would like to ask Harika if any points she want to add about the last three sessions, or something we can talk about the last three sessions and all, or anything related to the RPA business analyst, how he can, these guys can develop their things and how they can achieve the things like this.
Yeah, Nikhil, you have almost covered all the points regarding to requirement gathering and all other topics. So, yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, I don't have anything to add on.
Okay. Yes. Thank you, Harika, for that. And okay, fine. So, see, three sessions we completed. What I'm going to do, I will ask few questions. Like me or Harika will ask some questions. We'll see how the what you are understanding, how you are understanding is, and this will not have some any gift money, but whatever the question, if I said this is having a price, so that we will take it.
Yeah, just
Okay.
to know, just to understand what is your understanding on the topic till which we have covered, and to get some engagement with all of you. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's good thing. Yeah. So we have again few time. Okay. Fine. So coming to the question, yeah, you can post answer in chat, or if you want to talk somebody in a quick in 30 seconds or 40 seconds, you can answer your question. You can answer your point. So after taking all these sessions, you are understanding how the business analyst is working and how the things are going. So my question is, first of all, do you all think RPA business analyst is required for RPA projects, and he is playing a key role or some major role in the RPA projects? Do you think? I need the answers from you.
Everyone is posting in chat. Yes,
Yeah, I'm
definitely.
saying.
Yeah.
Good. Good, guys. Good. Good. I will answer to Anil question. Anil point. Anil mentioned one point. I will answer. Yes, Anil. Your question, your point is developer also can do these things, I guess. Okay. Good. So basically, yes, I didn't say no, anybody can't do, or I didn't said that. I said is business analysis required. So for example, for your point, I will quickly close. See, basically, developer also can do, but he won't be able to, he won't be able to engage with the business people, the process understanding, the process things completely business analyst can do. But all these SDLC phases and all, developer will be always thinking to deliver is which bots in a such a way to get my bot should be ready, my process should be ready, like this. But he don't he won't know actually you won't know actually how the business people will think about the processes and how the delivery should be there, how the change request should be there. But still, if the developer is having all these stages experience and all, yes, he can do it. I don't tell he can't do, but I'm telling. Exactly. Again, in some of the companies, there is no business analyst. There will be always a developer. There will be development lead or technical manager. Some persons are there. Some companies are there. So they are handling. But still, if in a nowadays, in each and every project, new project, what they are going to do, if you see any new project is coming, any use case is coming, definitely they are going to hire an RPA business analyst, because again there should not be any issue or burden for the developer to do all these activities, and they are fine with to take and hire an RPA business analyst. So that is the question. And yes, Karthik is telling budget issue. There is no budget. When project manager will act as a BA. Yes, it is true. Project. That's what I'm telling. Project manager, technical lead. They will only become as a RPA BA. There will be no BA in some companies. In small companies, definitely there will be no BAs and all. In small companies, it would be depending on the company to company. Yes, that question completed, guys. Thanks for your response. And Harika, do you want to ask any question in your mind quickly in our last three sessions? Any question?
Okay, I'll just ask about SDLC. So, which phase or who will be mostly active involved person when there's a change request that needs to be happen? Who will be the first point of contact?
This we covered in even slide also. You
Yeah,
should answer only, guys.
everyone is saying correct. Everyone is saying.
Yeah, good. Yeah, then will explain or can I explain, Harika? Why BA only?
You can go ahead.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Guys, the answer is B. Absolutely right. Why also, if you know the answer, that is fine. But again, change request, as I said, BA will be the first point of contact. Hey, BA, this is the change. Then BA should analyze this change. What is this change? Why we are not encountered in previous? Why it is not there in a PDD document and all? Everything he should analyze. He will understand the change, and he will take this change to the solution team, and this solution team and the BA will coordinate, and they will communicate the change, and they will close the change. So this was the answer. Absolutely fine. Good. That is good. And yesterday, so sorry, Harika, you are adding anything?
No. You can go ahead.
And yesterday, I shared the document little bit late. But guys, I would like to request you, if we are sending any document, just to be practical. Don't see the words or don't see the documents and leave the document like that. If yesterday you got a document called effort estimation document, right? So please understand what is effort estimation and how Sumit did the estimation and how can I do. Pick a small process and understand how I can do it, and write your calculations, write your understandings, and see and compare the original sample document and your document. Then you will understand. The original sample document is also having a process. Actually, if you observe, they took a process and they explained the complete steps in the effort estimation, like how they did, what they achieved, how BA is there, what the March project manager is there, how many hours they dedicated, what they achieved. They took a process for that. They took a process and they explained the process. Okay, so that is there. I think we have. 1 second. I think we have Sharath with us. Hey Sharath, thanks for joining. So today actually we are interacting with the people like in last three sessions. What they learned, and we are asking some few questions. So I would like to ask you one question from your mind quickly. That in last sessions we covered what is SDLC, and second session we covered what is requirement gathering, how requirement gatherings are done, and the third session is effort estimation. In these three topics, if you have any question in your mind, if you ask our audience and listen our answers, it would be great.
Yeah, that's thanks for that, Nikhil. Definitely, I will just listen for a few minutes, okay, and then I can
Okay,
ask
sure.
my question.
Sure. Yes. And thanks, Sharat. Thanks for that. And that is, yeah. So that is what, guys, I'm telling basically.
Nikhilesh, maybe I have a question. Okay, maybe
Yes,
coming back.
Sanjay.
Coming back to your, the question what you asked about, the change request. So I had a question. I was wondering, like, is it the BA is authorized to take decision on change request, because the change request doesn't arise from BA, right? Because the change request has certain flow, right? So basically, some authorized people need to take decisions. Then it comes to the BA to analyze what is the impact on the business, and the business gives, the business or the BA gives the feedback on what would be the impact on the business, and the development team would do an analysis on what would be the impact on the development and how much effort it would be required. So it's basically a change manage board would take a call on, do they really require the changes, right? So I was just thinking, maybe this is how most of the process what I've seen. So BA would be a facilitator, or could be who could just do an analysis on the impact on the business, but but the authority to change any functionality would be taken care by somebody else, right? So just I was just trying to
Yeah.
understand the process, right?
Yes, Sanjay. Thanks for your point and agreed on your point.
Nikhil,
Yes,
can I
I'm
just
yeah,
answer his question? Hello, Nikhil. Can you hear me? Yeah.
yes.
So, Sanjay, what you have picked up is a good point. Yeah, the question was actually who would be the first point of contact. So, as you've said, yeah, whenever there's a requirement, the client would first interact with BA, and yes, the decision would be discussed among the so who have good understanding in the technology, especially solution architect, and then the decision would be taken considering budget, all the other factors. But he would not be the alone person to take the decision, but first point of contact would be coming to BA.
Okay.
Correct me if I'm sorry.
Yes.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Nikhil.
Yes, it is in RPA actually, Sanjay. In RPA, who is already, like for example, in the RPA project, if the BA is available in the project, particularly, definitely the change request or something would comes under in his plate, and he will see what it is, and he will definitely discuss with the technical team. In the discussion also, not only BA will be the alone person, all the technical team and the management will be involved, and the decision definitely it is not only from BA. The decision would be from the management, cost, burden, effort, solution architect. Solution is there for this or not, we are ready to take this or not, everything would be encountered again. Once all completed, he is the bridge. Again, what you said is true, he will be the facilitator or communicator between the two teams, and he will communicate again. We are addressing that. I'm telling, like, basically, in RPA BA as an analyst, he should be able to pick the change and understand the change, and understand the change, and whether it is required or not. I would like to hear people to understand. Yes, you should be able to understand, pick the change, and communicate to the your team, and whatever the decision, technical decisions or strong decisions, if your team is taking, and again communicate to the client. You should be always a bridge between them, so you should be able to do that. That is what our main point which we are telling. But
Okay.
whatever is absolutely 100% true, 100% perfect.
Okay. So RPA in uh, Agile Approach or could be in Scrum framework? Does it
Yeah,
apply, or
basically, yeah.
or is it only
You,
for traditional life cycle?
yeah, basically, in most of the RPA projects, we are following Agile only. In every company, in every RPA use cases, we are following Agile only. But I don't say that somebody is not using other methodologies, why they are not using, like I can't tell. But most of the projects we are using Agile, and it's having a proper methodology basically.
Okay, but the duration of any of like implementation of RPA would would be of less duration, right? It doesn't take maybe years or 2 years, right, for implementation of RPA in any organization. So just my curiosity, because if
Yeah,
the size,
I can, I can answer that as
but
well.
why
Yes.
do we
Yeah.
need Scrum framework when like when the complexity is very less? We can do it through traditional model itself, right?
Yeah, I agreed. I agreed. As you're saying, like I didn't see any 1 year or 2 years of the process or automation we are doing. See, basically, still in some of the companies, even my friends are working from last 1.5 year for one project only in RPA. Because not project in the sense, you know, right? It is having some multiple use cases, multiple processes, but
Yes.
still they're working. They're working for one project only. So there are long-term projects and long-term use cases which are very huge enough in complexity. They're working. But as you said, why you are asking, like for small part of use cases, why we need to follow all these steps, or why we need to follow as you're telling, right?
Yes.
We, yes, basically to ensure complete delivery, or to ensure each stage
Quality.
should be success, quality, productivity. We are taking each, even for small POC also in RPA projects. We are doing this for small POC. Might be hours difference only, but for small POC we are doing.
Nikhil, can I just add something to your point?
Yes, 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 yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Sanjay, it's basically not depending on the duration of the project, but Agile is basically coming into picture when we have to ensure the quality also, because after developing the whole project, at the end, if we test it and if we realize that there is something that could affect the business, then you have to do the work again from the point A. So to ensure that that doesn't happen, we have to take Agile into picture, so where we can develop, and may not be complete end-to-end testing happens, but unit testing and functional testing are must. So that's where Agile comes into picture, and to ensure that we don't see last minute surprises, and to ensure that there's no rework happening. So that's where we will be, whenever we're developing, we have to consider risk also, and then we have to work as per that. So yeah, Agile, that's why we
Hello.
have to take.
Hello,
Hello.
Harika. May I tell something about that? Dibojyoti here.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, so like lots of projects started with sometime like some few months of duration or 1 years of shorter durations, but after that, if something new kind of scenarios, new kind of version changes of the softwares came, and the project will be elaborated to the next step. So if you already go for the waterfall model, then it will create some problem. So already if you go
Yes.
for agile, so it will be there is no need of that much change. You are only extend the
Yeah.
projects and time spare, so you can easily handle on it. So for
Exactly.
that reason, basically, most of the organizations started with smaller time, but they are looking for the bigger clients and bigger extension of the projects for their availabilities, and also they are looking for this kind of approach so that there will not be any problem.
Exactly. Exactly.
Exactly, exactly. Thank you so much, Devaj. Perfect answer. Mm, and guys, I would like to ask one question for our quiz. So, shall I proceed for quiz question? Are you ready with your? Can I ask the question, guys? for prize and all. From this to pick the candidate. Okay, good. Okay. The today I'm sorry. We speakers not prepared for the question and answer. Only I am the person question and answer also. So I'm directly pasting here. Okay.
This was a sudden session.
Yeah, question I posted, guys. And this we already explained in our SDLC stage. Yes, come on, guys. I didn't get the proper answer. Is someone who can answer this? Still, I will wait 10 seconds. Don't worry about the testing name, but at least you elaborate. Like, well, first if you tell yes or no, and that's fine. And next is like where he will be performing and what he will do. I have one answer which is some sort of perfect. Many other guys, I will wait for test. Okay. So done, guys. Answers. Okay, fine. So thanks for your answers. Parth, I will tell the answer. Check the answer. So what is, as per me, answer is yes. He will do the testing. What he will do first? So once the development is done, he will prepare the test cases and he will ensure what is expected and what is actual. He will ensure to check that. He will sit with in some projects he will sit with the development team and he will check. In some projects, business analyst will do the complete testing. Then he will go for the functional. The development already is doing. Developer is daily. He is doing functional testing. So this is the testing which I expected. And the answer is yes. He is doing the testing. And what is the testing he is doing? He is doing like actual and the what expected results.
It's kind of black box testing, right?
Yes, we can tell. We can tell it is kind of thing. We can tell. Or did you see the answer? I'm also checking.
Yeah, so Karthikayan has written like he prepared test scenarios and validate test results. And before that, everyone has written yes or has written yes UAT. So which is the right answer?
Okay, Karthikeyan one person and pick the other.
Down black box test.
And also, Dibai Jyoti has written black box texting. So which is the right answer?
Okay, good. So, where is Karthikeyan? He's available or not?
Yeah, yes, I'm available.
Yeah, hi Karthikeyan. Acha, you. Acha, Karthikeyan. Yeah, I know you. Okay. Developer role in SDLC, RPA. Developer will involved in every stage of SDLC. I'm new in. Tushar, I will answer after talking to Karthikeyan and Debajyoti. Yeah, guys, Karthikeyan and Debajyoti, can you please fill your name, LinkedIn ID, mail ID, phone number here in the chat? I have the.
Sure.
Yeah, name, email ID, phone number, and LinkedIn ID. And coming to Tushar, it's a good question. See, basically, that's what I'm telling. Is even I asked my first question: is RPA is required in every company or every project? So basically, in developer, mainly he used to develop the processes and he used to deliver the processes. He will be involved in the deployment and all. This is standardized, but you can tell in some of the company even developer involves in the documentation also, PDD document, and even if he get a chance to involve in the requirement gathering, he used to do. He is available and he used to do. But the thing is, most of the as per the standard, developer will not be involved in the above stages which the management or which the person who is taking care. Okay, so this is what I think your answer. You like your question is clear. Sorry, your answer is clear. Okay, thanks, Tushar. And guys, any questions before we end up the session? Any other questions you want to ask? Any question? Any other questions you want to ask? Somebody from last 3 sessions or some any other interesting thing from you, because we have today Harika and me. Okay, that's fine. If we don't have the question, that's no problem. And yeah, tomorrow we will handle other session with other topic. But this PDD session which we missed, we will cover. No need to worry. Okay, no need to worry. We will cover, and Sumit will definitely take this. Tomorrow we plan different session. Day after tomorrow something different is there, and somebody is asking Agile, can you cover? So I requested one of the person to take the Agile as per his experience. So he's a Scrum Master. So we'll see how he will deliver. But it is not in our schedule. But it's an extra session which we are going to discuss, which will be helpful. Okay. So just give me one moment. I'm just updating something. Yes, guys, thank you so much. Thank you for your time. And I would like to thank especially Harika and Parth. They are not prepared even, and I just called them in last minute to attend this session and to at least engage this session. So, guys, today we this session, but definitely we will cover. And thank you so much, Harika and Parth, for
Thank you,
interacting us.
Nikhil. Thank you, Nikhil.
Thank you, Nikhil. Yeah.
And thank you so much, guys. We will, as I said, on not only 7 sessions, if we can cover like 10 sessions also, we are ready to deliver you. No worries. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Cheers. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
And thanks.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Nikhil.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Harika.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.